Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We knew we were in store for some crazy blitz packages from this defense, and already one play in, and that linebacker gets home for the sack. Critical now for this offense to identify what you're seeing, and for this defense to continue to frustrate and get after the quarterback.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Here's a throw. Escapes out to... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
The Browns are lining up to punt. And he gets it away from his end zone. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They go play action here. Dumped off to his running back. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Give now to the running back. And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Back to the well again. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Man in motion here. Working inside the red zone. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the...
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Option design here. And he'll push forward for a small gain into the 31. And the Ravens going nickel, 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty.
Encroachment defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 1st down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. He'll look to throw. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got a man left. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun here. Flush out now to his... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
The Browns are lined up to punt. Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And the Ravens will go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
The give here on 2nd. And he's bundled up quick. This just crosses the 25 to about the 27. 5 men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Just 3-0 is our score. back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here's the handoff, and he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They're throwing it! A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. And he drives this forward to the 6. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Getting out to his left. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens make it a 9-point advantage. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, no, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Has it downfield working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's a give up the middle. And they'll stop him after he rolls downhill to the 32. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 32. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down. But where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Throw on 3rd down. On the move, headed right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here, and I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Punting muted out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The Ravens and this running back headed back out for a new series. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Setting up a throw. Hits his running back. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Slot man in motion left. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Finds a man right side. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's an option play to the left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Forced out to his right. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Man in motion out of the slot. 2nd and 6 now. Looking right, and he finds him. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, And when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Brought in right side. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Still sticking with the passing game. Hits him on the out route.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the Browns a first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. He's stepping up. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns chop some of the lead off before the half. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Ravens offense to the field for the final drive of this first half. And with a 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option to sit on that, or they could try something really aggressive to end the half. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. They'll motion him out of the backfield. They'll come out throwing. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
So we've reached halftime here in Baltimore. The Ravens flying into the break with a lead. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Fielded at the 7. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Raven offense headed out for this first series of the second half. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball to go right over their head.
They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle. So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And the fair catch made here at the 15. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Cut out left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing off the play fake here. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks, well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign, well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? They chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And things are looking good to snap that 3-game losing streak that they came in on, Brock. They've got the lead here. They'll run here on 1st down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Another carry for him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
To the air, 3rd and long. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they corral him well behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got fourth down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Browns will go on offense. Another drive coming up for this offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just one.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Dump off caught by his back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's 2nd and 11. That one's complete over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 39. That one's complete, right side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Hauled in left side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From midfield now. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. And this one does not go far. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing it again here. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Dropping back to throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. Baltimore running its offense out now. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Lone back gets the handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. But the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go now.
They motion the slot man right. Second and 10 now. Completed to his running back.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
Hits his running back. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. Now here he goes.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
From the 30 on second down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Browns a first.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Pass play now. It is caught left side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Second and 6 coming up here. Slot receiver headed left. From just shy of midfield on second down. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Here he is on third and long. The screen pass falls incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. They kick the running back in motion. Here's 2nd and 2. Dumped off to his running back.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
They bring a tight end in motion right. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of sand, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margins for error. You got to go score.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Called that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Browns will have their work cut out for them on this drive. Throwing it to start this drive. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. 2 plays ago, if we had seriously mentioned a safety partner, we'd have been laughed out of this booth, right?
Well, they say things move fast in the NFL, huh?
A couple of back-to-back sacks, losses like that, really opens us up to possibilities we weren't expecting.
Yeah, not all those possibilities are good, Kate, unless you're that defense that just dropped 2 points on the scoreboard.
So following the safety, Brock, they're on now to begrudgingly send it away with a free kick. Fields this at the 19. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. We see the Ravens making their way out now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They've got 1st down from the 31. Right up the gut. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Awareness. That's what I call it, Kate. Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. Third and long, you should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And that is where they'll start the next drive. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From midfield on 2nd down. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Looking to the air here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Jump off caught by his back. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Browns need to score quickly. Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. Still sticking with the passing game. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 19. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw it. He has the 1st over the middle. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. He's on the move. And they take this in for the score. The Browns now within 1 score in the 4th. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Approaching the final minute here, they need to find a way to defy the odds and get this back. And no dice on this kick, the Ravens recover. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
The Ravens trotting out their offense. Their lead's still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now, is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
Here we go. Bring it. Hot up.
Back-to-back carries here. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Now the Browns spend their final timeout, setting up for the kneel down on third. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one, just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here he is to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.